This is Paul. Yeah. Just looking at this men's journal. Yes. Look at those biceps. Phew. I was thinking of the purses, and quite often women have a purse, and quite possibly Sheriff Bill Benedict's mother has been the purse in the family where she's really controlled the money. And I know how the family is that the seniors decide that they're going to be on everybody, and you're going to do what they say. But there are the physical purses of those that are in law enforcement, judges and justices, that have certain items in them. And I had purchased Heidi a purse when we were married, when we were living together in Sequim, Washington. I bought it from Costco. It was a red purse. Yes. I never went through my wife's purse. I really didn't. And my thought was, well, she doesn't have anything in there that I would question as a spouse pooch. Now, there's known as the purse as the vaginal muscle of the come to find out family. Yes, yes, yes. Then there's the actual purse. I mean, what does the sheriff's mother have in her purse? Does she have something I'd want to know about? Now, let's say Judge Land is somewhat masculine as a judge, but not to say that she doesn't have that little special purse that she takes off. Why don't you get me the last 10 years of purses and the actual items in them? Now, in the dog family, okay, there's this concept of the bitchin' heat where those that wet their pussies, yes, it's like releasing a hormone that immediately stimulates the male dog. Yes. You've probably seen different dogs where if there's a female dog in heat, they emit a fragrance. And they will have sex with anything. I mean, anything. They do not care if you're a purebred dog, if you're one of these scruffy dogs, if you're just one of these wild dogs. Now, the problem with the whole concept of the dog, yes, is dogs do not care what or who they fuck. There's not a male dog out there that if he found out there was a bitch in heat within a 20 block radius of where he was staying at, he would fuck her. He would. It's known. I've seen some dogs that get. Oh my gosh. Now when I go through the purse, there isn't any items in there that will release some sort of hormones or scent or something so as to, well, they call it wetting the pussy, but really turning the vaginal muscle on so that you could release that bitch and heat hormone that causes you to have sex with anything and everything because you got to get paid that $50 or $100. Now, there's only two things that the dog family cares about: money and sex, and they only care about it because they're dogs. They're the ooh, ooh. Why don't you get me the purse? The purses of the last 7 years of my own wife that I'm wanting to divorce, and because I don't like the concept of the bitch and heat, Pooch. If you've ever smelt the actual hormone scent that is released from the vaginal muscle of a dog in heat, it does not smell good. Oh. And then if you've ever watched a male dog find out about that, he smelled it, and all of a sudden he's climbing through, he'll jump over the fence, he'll run off. Now, I just wanted to know what's in the purse. Some women have a certain way of using their purse to speak to their sons about who it is that has the money. And this coming to find out the dog hormone, yes. This is someone stealing your health data. Oh, it's a great concern. This health data. Yes, yes, yes. I had heard that somebody spent approximately $2 billion upgrading HMOs and CMOs and these different medical organizations where they treat large numbers of patients so as to create efficiencies. And then we were kind of going with artificial intelligence being able to prescribe what medications you need. It's kind of like taking artificial intelligence to that level of not needing a physician or a registered nurse. Because the computer, if you entered in the right questions, like a multiple choice question, 50 questions, it would say, you need this prescription at this dosage, and we need to get away from having physicians because of their expense. Yes, yes. Now, Brian Lowell is a patient support site called Inspire. Yeah, and they got 1.5 million members. Ooch. But I wanted to go through the cloud of all of those that, well, most organizations looking to grab the data marketing mind. Healthcare is a 3 trillion plus business that is expected to spend 10 billion advertising. Seems like there's a lot of advertising money out there. Yeah. I got to thinking about bus advertising. I've been reading some of the advertisements while riding the bus. Could you get me all the advertisers for every transit system in the United States? And was somebody buttering the bread because they were in the come to find out? Oh my gosh, you just spread. You know, when you're in the family, you have to pay for these shows that are really just bribery for those that are in law enforcement. Coming to find out, is really a bitchin' heat disease where you'll fuck anything. Now, I'm one of these American citizens that likes the concept of only using my penis to cause orgasms for women that don't want to be bitches in heat. They don't want to be bags of your thoughts. Pooh. Now, why don't you go through all the major medical providers of this nation and every nation, those that treat lots of patients from California, Seattle, Tacoma, these medical organizations. I'd like to know if you were a bitch in heat that came to the doctor's office, how do they account for having to come to find out what the doctor's saying? Is the AI the dog in heat artificial? Why don't you just get that for him? Why don't you just do that? Why?